Hello, 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 Angel here. Welcome back to the space. Welcome back to me too. I've been gone for a wee while. It's a month ago I uploaded my last video. I've been, creating some stuff off camera, focusing on my practice and feeding my soul, actually, most definitely off camera. But I'm back. I'm ready to talk about the things I've been doing in June and July. So it's a bit of a catch up, things I've been feeding my soul, filling my cup. Things I'm going to be talking about in this video, well, that's going to be decks, journals, art witchery, secondhand finds, possibly, new decks that come into my collection. Things I'm not going to be talking about in this video are going to be books. I'm going to be doing a separate tag, Beverly Butterfly's book tag, which is going to be coming out very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you haven't been here before, welcome to the space. It's lovely to have you here. I'm going to say that I'm a beginner witch since 2020, and I use this space as, I'm going to say like a video grimoire. So I like to share the things I've been doing with my practice, and yeah, it's a bit like a soundboard actually. I quite enjoy, just getting it out and getting my ducks in a row in this space. I feel like that was a long intro, and I feel like I've been chit-chattering for quite a while. So without any more chit-chatter, we're going to get the video started. Let's get into it. So I just want to start off with the theme of the months, June, July. I had a bit of epiphany a couple of weeks ago, and since then I've been following that epiphany and expanding on it. So the epiphany I had was that I've been feeding my soul, I've been trying to feed my soul, but I haven't really been listening to it. I've been trying to feed it with things that I feel my soul should want, things that maybe I used to do in the past, which resonated for me then, but are no longer resonating for me now. And it was like a lightning bolt that struck me, and I was thinking, why am I doing this? I don't want to do these things. And this epiphany came about because I had a week off of work, and I was, just a couple of days before my holiday started, I was thinking, right, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to go there, and I want to do this. And then once the first day of my holiday came, and I thought, but I don't really want to do any of those things. Why am I going to force myself to do them? And that's when the epiphany struck me that although I've been trying to feed my soul, as mentioned, I haven't been listening to it, and so I decided then and there that I wanted to kind of remember who I am, and that can change from day to day, So my whole week off, every morning I woke up and I kind of thought, who am I today? And what do I want to do today? And I listened to what that little voice in my mind said to me. So instead of thinking, waking up and thinking, I should, maybe, go and grab, get on a train and go and see something or do something. I thought, no, today I'm going to have a nice breakfast, and I'm going to sit on the balcony, I'm going to have some coffee, and then I'm going to, mosey in with my day and pull some cards and, do some art witchery and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's another long intro, but that's pretty much been my theme for the last month, I would say. So, I'm looking at what resonates for me, really what resonates for me, and what do I want to do right now. Not what I think I should be doing, not what I should be doing, not what I could be doing, but what I actually want to be doing. And I've been learning about myself these past few weeks that there are times when I don't want to be doing anything. I want to just sit and I want to just relax, and that is okay. I don't need to be thinking, well, I really should be doing this and I really should be doing that. So I've been really, focusing on that, listening to my soul, feeding it accordingly. So that was a long explanation. But with that said, let's start with some of the decks I've been using this month. So before we jump in with the first deck, I'm going to tell you about another epiphany that I had a couple of weeks ago. I had an epiphany that when that flash of inspiration, grabs me, I need to strike while the iron's hot. So I had the epiphany, or just the idea actually, not even an epiphany, that's my buzzword for this video, that I wanted to do Kelly Bear's hashtag Tarot Advent project one more time. With the ritual tarot, I really wanted to get that done. But it was like the middle of the month, and I was thinking, I really want to get that done and I want to get it started, but it's the middle of the month, and I just thought, no, I'm going to strike with the irons hot. So middle of the month, I started a Christmas a Christmas tarot project, because why not? Why not? If it, you know, if it speaks to my soul, I'm listening to my soul and I'm feeding it accordingly, and that's what this deck was all about. So with that being said, these are the backs. I'm sure you've seen this deck. Tira May's artwork was a slow burner for me, and then I just one day it just started really appealing to me, and I got the Cave of Sybil Oracle into my collection, and then this one followed very, very quickly afterwards. Now, when I first got this deck in, I created a paper bag journal because I knew I wanted to do a deep dive with it. And I'm going to show you that journal in a second, because that's the journal I've been using this month for this practice. So if you don't know what Kelly Bear's Tarot Advent project is all about, you pull 3 cards a day from the deck, and with those 3 cards you can do what you will with them. You could create a Spotify playlist day for day, you could write poetry, you could write a story based around the 3 cards, you could do a general reading. You do you, whatever appeals to you, you do. You could also create some art which are about the images, or you know, whatever the inspiration, wherever it takes you, that's all good. And then you put the 3 cards to the side, so day for day your deck gets smaller and smaller, and by the last day you'll have your last 3 cards. And I think by doing that, by putting 3 cards a day, the actual project lasts 25 days, which is perfect for me, because, you know, I like to, you know, get things started and get things done. So, you know, it suits my squirrel brain. So I've been using this deck. It's been phenomenal. I've been really looking and sitting with the images and seeing what's going on and what it means to me. And then I've been going to the guidebook. So I've been really focusing on colours, and obviously the images used for each of the collages within the deck, or within the card, sorry. Something else I've been doing, which is a bit unusual actually, is I've been using, we'll say for instance that this day, whatever day it was, I pulled 3 pentacle cards, for instance. I chose a earthy oracle deck to pair with the deck, and I'm going to show you which deck I chose. So this was one of the decks I used for one of the days when I picked all pentacle cards, the Sacred Earth Oracle. This is a deck that I've had for quite a while. I pulled a couple of cards when I first got it. I haven't used it since then, and so I was really glad to get this one out. It was in my basket to be used this year and to get some time on my desk. And now I feel it's done that. And, you know, I was really impressed with it, actually. Really impressed with the messages I got and the way it kind of spoke with the Ritual Tarot. Totally different art styles, but they worked so well together. So I've never done that before. You know, I've never chosen a deck based around what the actual reading, what the elements of the reading have been, what the dominant element in the reading has been. Does that make sense? I hope so. Really book waiting. Love it. So I did the same with one day I got all wands, or the majority of wands I received in the reading, and I pulled a different pairing. Should I show you that? I think I should. Let's do this. And I pulled this one. So I've kind of been using, you know, a different oracle each day actually. I've been really enjoying it. This, did I say what this one was? I don't think I did. This is Kim Crancy's you know it, you're showing up the screen. Wild Unknown Alchemy Oracle, I'm sure it's called. These 2 paired also really nicely. Kim Crancy's decks were also a bit of a slow burner, especially the Wildwood. No, not the Wildwood. What am I talking about? Not the Wildwood. The Wild Unknown. Sorry. Oh, Gordon Bennett, I'm getting my decks all mixed up. The Wild Unknown Tarot was a slow burner. This one not so much actually. This one kind of, you know, hit home run right from the get-go actually, to be quite honest. So yeah, so this one's also been working really well. I've got another pairing to show you, which was kind of like just a neutral deck. When I wasn't sure what deck to pull, I pulled the one I'm going to show you in a second. Let's just take a couple more here. Okay, so that was those. Really enjoyed this pairing. And then the last one I'm going to show you is this one, the Wild Goddess. Oops, Wild Goddess Oracle. And this comes with a big book. I've edged mine in black. And the messages are on the back of these, which I actually really like. I'm going to say that this deck was very salty. I've tried to pair it several different times throughout the months since I've gotten it, and I just could not find a pairing that it would play nicely with. It's been really like, dare I say, sour. It's been a sour deck to the other decks on the table, but this one it went really nicely with. Oh, there we go, Drama Queen. There you go. That says it all basically, doesn't it? Does it not? So we've got the Protector, and we've got the, I want to say the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I said that correctly. Oh, it was the Queen. Up. I thought I was going to show myself up on camera. So yeah, really enjoying these, and I like it that the message on the back, and there is a big book to go with it. I haven't used the book previously. The times that I've, tested out this deck, I haven't used the guidebook, but I've been using the guidebook this time, and I've been really enjoying actually the guidebook as well. It's got like some action things to do, or some things to, not spell work, but like intentions to think about, and it's just really good. I've really enjoyed it. So on the days that I haven't known which oracle to pull, I've pulled this one. This has been like my default oracle. Really enjoyed it. Liked it a lot. One more. Should we get into the journal quickly? Should we? I think we should. Let's have a look. Okay, so here's the journal, which I'm sure you've seen previously. I think I showed this when I first got the deck in, once I made the journal. Anywho, I tried to kind of, pick up Tira May's artwork. So I knew, so looking at the journal on my shelf, I knew straight away that this is the journal that's related to the Ritual Tarot once I've completed it. So I know what to look for if I'm looking back at my practice. Used scrap paper, packaging paper, all the good stuff. And threw paint at it, as I usually do. Did some collage in here, and I've been just really enjoying it. And it's just supposed to be rustic and, what's the word? A bit messy, I've been also looking into the Tree of Life. The Ritual Tarot has taken me into that as well, so I've been looking at that. It's another red thread that I have been following this month. Yeah, I've been adding some collage to this. I've just been really enjoying it. So yeah, so some days I do, a bit more in-depth readings, and some days I just do very basic readings. So, yeah, just been really enjoying it. If you've seen any of my paper bag journals previously, you'll know that I do add and sew in, packaging paper. There are some pockets which I can add other things to, and I do find, which I'm going to talk about in another segment about another practice. I do find that writing on this scrinkly packaging paper very freeing and liberating, because the paper itself is imperfect. Is that the word I'm looking for? I think so. It doesn't matter what I write on it. It can also be, doesn't need to be perfect either. It can be imperfect. Is that the right word? It sounds wrong when I say it, but I think you know what I mean. But I'm going to get into that in a wee second. Hopefully I will have found the right word that I'm looking for. So with that being said, let's get into Dawn Michelle's practice, and we're going to talk about a new deck that came into my collection maybe May, June, beginning of June, I'm not sure. Let's get to it. So welcome to the modification of the Rosebud Tarot, the mass market version of this deck. I wasn't a big fan of the borders when I got them, and I decided to chop them off straight away, which you can see me doing here. I fancied getting the Rosebud Tarot. It's been on my list, my wish list for quite a while, and with the rose synchronicities that I've been noticing the past few weeks and possibly the last couple of months, it just felt at the right time. So yeah, here you are seeing me chopping off one side of the borders. Here I am chopping off the second side. Now you saw me just a moment ago using Dawn Michelle's tried and tested method of modifying decks. The second side I decided to go rogue from the get-go. So here they are, both sides chopped off, and it's just the top border left to be taken off there. So the same again, I just went through all the cards and removed them all, and here they are looking fabulous, if you ask me. I was kind of a bit undecided here. Should I leave them spiky? A bit unsure, a bit of a waterfall shuffle. They feel okay. but I decided in the end to edge them with my super duper edger, which I got from Amazon. So there we go, and here's me edging or corner rounding the last of the cards. Should we take a look how the deck turned out? I think we should. So this is how the deck ended up looking. I've edged it in different colours, pinks and I'm going to say like peachy colours to match the backs. And this is what the cards look like without the borders, which I think are really, really good. I really like them. So I've pretty much been using these decks for Dawn Michelle's practice. I'm going to say June and July. I'm also going to say that in June, I got like a, what's the word, practice overwhelm, paralysis, I'm going to say. I wanted to do so many things that I just did not know where to start, and I did nothing. Beginning of June, it was down tools. I did nothing, and then at the end of June and July, it has been like full speed ahead, which I think is kind of me listening to my soul and feeding my soul accordingly, kind of opened the door again. Anyway, so yes, I've been using these decks pretty much all of July and at the end of June as well. So we have got the Rosebud Tarot, we've got the Lioness Tarot Oracle, we've got the Oracle of Mystical Moments, which I think I showed you the backs of those, and this is my butterfly deck because it flips here, there and everywhere. This was the Mystical Dreams Tarot, which is now an intuitive oracle because I cut the borders off, or the titles off, sorry. I've been having some what's the word I'm looking for? Synchronicities with lions and with roses, hence the reason that you'll see some bits and pieces dotted around, and hence the reason the Lioness Tarot came out, the Rosebud Tarot came into my collection, and this one was pulled out to be used. This was not on my list to be used this month, or this year, sorry, so I'm really glad that it got some time on my table. Love this one. This has been a firm favourite all year, I've got to say. I've been using this since January. So happy that it came into my collection through I want to say it was eBay, or was it a buy sell trade group? I can't remember, but I know it was second hand anywho. I'm just so glad it came into my collection, and I'm really glad this one got some time on my desk as well. So yeah, so I've been using these ones a month and a half, and I'm not sure if I'm going to continue using them in where are we? What month are we in? August. I'm not sure. And I'm going to let you in a little secret. Let me let you in a little secret. I'm still behind on Dawn Michelle's practice. I'm still very, very behind. I've literally just today is the 28th of July. I've literally just started July's practice. So yeah, we'll see if these continue being used for July's, but now it's going to be into August. Dawn Michelle's practice. We should see. But these four have been working so beautifully together. I think this one is going to rest. These three might well still be out on my table. Yeah, that was those. Let's get into some other things I've been up to and some other decks that have been coming for some playtime on my desk. Let's get into it. So let's talk about a new deck that came into my collection over the last couple of months. This is the Moon Void Tarot by Stephanie Caponi, I want to say the name is. This is the French mass market version of this deck. And it's been in my tarot cart for the longest time, and I've kind of been putting off purchasing it, although I've really wanted it. And then sometime a couple of months ago, I was like, no, I'm going to bite the bullet and purchase it. And I think what swung it for me was I was feeling this real need to focus on my self-love and listening to myself and showing myself some more grace and some more compassion. Anyway, so I got the deck in, and I haven't really looked at the guidebook, but I'm just going to show you the images here. And this deck, there is obviously an indie version, and they are pink, and I want to say they're coloured with pink. If I can find some pictures, I will add it into the add some pictures in now for you. But this is what this deck looked like originally when I first got it. There was a bit of a hint of red in some of the cards, not all of them, but some of them. And I decided that I wanted to add, you know, some colour to the images. Now, I was inspired by what I did with the Murder of Crows tarot. Shall I grab that and just show you quickly? Let me just do it just to remind you. So this was the mass market version of the Tarot of Crows. Sorry, Murder of Crows tarot, sorry. Oh goodness me, the deck names today are not sticking in my brain, sorry. Mass market version, it was just black and cream, I'm going to say, and I added colour to the images. And when I had done this, I was like, oh, I really, really like this. I really enjoyed doing it. I think it was a great way to imbue my energy into the deck. And I really felt like doing the same thing with the Moon Void Tarot, but not adding more red, but adding pink instead. So that's the kind of what inspired me, and that's what I did. So let's just grab the cards. I need to pop this over here now. Wait for it. I've got so much on my desk. I've got no room. These are the backs, and I edged mine in red, and then I added colour. I added some pink and some red to the images that were just black and white. So I'm going to show you some of the images here. I just added like a little bit of a what's the word, pop of colour, a pop of pink. I love this one. I think this came out really, really nicely. And I used Sharpies, and I used red and a couple of different nuances of pink. And I just looked at the card and I thought, yeah, I'm going to throw some colour in there, and I'm going to throw some colour in here. And what I didn't mention with the Murder of Crows tarot was that I added some colour, and then I smushed the colour before it dried with my finger, but I didn't do that. Oh, sorry, I didn't do that on this deck because I wanted it to kind of be a bit more. I think the images are they look quite. I don't want to say. I'm going to say cartoony, but I don't mean in like a derogatory, like a negative kind of way. But I just feel that seeing the strokes of the pen with these images, they really worked for me. So that's why I didn't smush. I love this. I really love this. I love that pop of red. Oh, nom nom nom. I love the Tower card. Look at that beauty. Anyway, so yes, so I just added colour to basically all of the cards, bar maybe one or two. Now some of the cards had colour in them, had some red in them, which I think this one had red in, if I remember rightly. I don't remember her colour in that, and I think her lips were red. This one was black and white. So yeah, I love this one as well. I really like that. And I did some pink to the body for this one, and some to the flowers. So yeah, the strawberries and the flowers were red in this one. So yeah, so basically I just I went to town. I went to town on the pinks and the reds. This one had red in it. And the red lips as well. So some of them I added colour to, the majority I added colour to, and some of them were just had these pops of red in them. So yeah, that's it. But I love it, and I've been using it. I've actually had this on my lounge table, and just putting some cards willy-nilly, whenever I feel like it. Warning for nudity. Sorry, this is also red. So yeah, I've been using it this month, last month, can't remember. It's been on my desk. It's been on my coffee table for quite a wee while now. And what is time, really? What is time? I don't know. I don't have any concept of time within my practice, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So this was a real fun project. It's been a really intuitive deck, and it's a really good reader for me. I haven't needed to go to the guidebook for it, and but obviously, if I wanted to, I could just translate it, Google Translate, or using some other app. But so I can't tell you what the actual guidebook is like, but I can tell you that the deck has been a really great reader for me personally. Yeah, really happy with my purchase. So let's move along. So this is me creating another paper bag journal. Surprise, surprise. I got a bee in my bonnet a couple of weeks ago to create a new paperback journal to use for the astrological seasons of the year. Now, you could ask, would this not have been a better project to start at the beginning of the year? Possibly, when we started an Aries season. But as mentioned previously, earlier in the video, I've decided that when the inspiration grabs at me, then I need to roll with it. So I decided to create a journal for that purpose. So here I am using some old paper bags which I had in my craft stash, creating some pockets, some extra areas for journaling and collaging. And my plan is with this journal is to gather all the information about the astrological season, the crystals, the herbs, the colours, the chakras that relate to that astrological season. Does that make sense? I do hope so. Here you'll see me adding some masking tape to create pockets to the journal and just making the journal a little bit stronger. And I basically just went through each paper bag without really a plan and just, you know, I just flew by the seat of my pants as I usually do and let the creative juices flow and take me wherever they took me. Now this did take some time, and as mentioned I didn't have a plan. I just, you know, went wherever the needs took me, and it was really fun actually, really fun. Now this space that you're seeing here was a desk, a tarot desk that I had in my sacred space, my tarot space, my witchy space, and a couple of, it must have been a couple of weeks ago, I just felt that there was too much happening in my witchy room, that there was too much going on. So I decided to move the space to my lounge instead. So here you'll see, yeah, the book looking a little bit more finished. I added some pockets, as you can see here. I added some extra places for journaling, fold out places, added pockets, just little hidey places to add some more information. This is going to be a quick reference, hopefully, for me, and it's going to be an ongoing project. Now, of course, I will probably be adding some more pages as I go along, because I don't think there's going to be enough space. But you know, there's cheeky ways of adding extra journaling and space for other information. So let's take a look how far I've gotten with journal so far. So this is in no way completed. It's an ongoing project, obviously, and it's going to take a year to complete, and I'm in no rush. This is just a project for enjoyment and creativity. So the front still needs to be decorated, and so far I've started on the Leo pages. We are obviously, I don't know if it's obvious, we're currently in the Leo season, and I just wanted to honour the Leo season, which is really resonating for me right at the moment. Lions and roses are really resonating for me at the moment. So yes, so I picked out some colours that I felt that I associated with the Leo season, and then I've also researched into like the colours, the chakras, the stones, the herbs, everything that relates to the Leo season, and even the cards that relate to the cards that relate to the season as well, so the deacons. Now I've still got some images that I need to complete on these pages, so I've obviously pulled out some lion images that I want to add to the pages. I had, unfortunately, a bootleg copy of, I can't think what this is called, the black tarot, the dark tarot, I can't think what it's called, but anyway, I was really unimpressed when I got it and I realised it was a bootleg copy. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to split the deck and use the cards that relate to the deacons for each page, for each astrological season, which will help me then remember, hopefully help me remember the deacons and even the court card that relates to each of the seasons. So that's why they are in here. I'm also planning on adding some more information about the deacons here, so it's a quick reference. I added some glued pockets and some other parts to add some more journaling. This was a image that I found. I coloured it in with some gold pencil and added to the pages, because obviously, you know, the line imagery, well, of course. Red paper I had in my craft stash. And I've got some other bits that I want to add on. Love this. This talks to me of the royalty of the lion. And then I've got some more bits and pieces here. And I've even got some, again, I just, you know, you get those like brochures through the post. Well, I do, because I buy quite a few tarot decks. And so I get them from the shops that I purchase them from. I get brochures advertising the decks that are coming up, and so I just keep those brochures and use them for my journaling and for, you know, my journals. And And I just pulled out I just cut out some of those pictures and added some backing paper to them so that I can add some information on if I want to. And the colours really resonate for me. This reminds me of the strength card actually, and it specifically reminds me of the strength card from the Spacious Tarot. And so I want to make some reference to that as well on these cards. I've also backed these. And so yeah, I've just got some images that I want to, you know, add on to the pages as and when I decide to fill them in. I also, you know, found some oddments of bits and pieces in my arts and crafts stash that I just want to add on more information about the Leo season. As mentioned, I have already researched it. It's in my notebook, in, you know, in just like a messy notes, which I want to transfer obviously into these pages. So my plan is to use 2 pages per sign, and this one I added a 3rd and 4th page to give me some more space for information. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. Oh, way up, I'm losing images, man. What's going on? Let's pop these back, because I don't want to lose those, because I'm going to need them when I decide to continue with this project. So yes, and I found some old magazines at the charity shop which I purchased, and I love this lady. I think I'm going to draw a tattoo of a lion on her back. Love! So yes, that's waiting to be completed, or these pages are waiting to be completed. And obviously I will continue filling the journal as we move to the next season. But I really like it. I really like it, and I did some different bits and pieces. You saw that in the video, so I'm not going to go through it. But you know, you know, it's a fun project. And when I'm feeling inspired, then I, you know, go back to this journal and add some more to it. So yes, that was something that I did this month. Goodness me, this is turning out to be a long video. Let's get into some new decks and some secondhand decks I've got into my collection the last couple of months. We're going to start with a secondhand find. This was found on eBay. This is the Rose Alchemy Rose Oracle for the Heart by Sandy Humby, the 2nd edition. This is the back if you'd like to read it. Please pause if you'd like to read. Fingers crossed it's in camera shot and in focus. Yeah, so I've been feeling a real draw to, or a real nudge actually I'm going to say, from roses. Roses and lions, I think, have been coming up for me, have been a real synchronicity. It's got to be the best part of 3 months, I think. These are the backs. Edging is a bit chipped because it's obviously second hand, but that's fine. I don't mind that. And I do think I've seen this Oracle deck previously on Candy's channel, maybe, because I have seen it previously. But then when it came up within the last couple of months on eBay, and the rose synchronicities were already, like, you know, trying to bang down my door, I really felt the draw to purchase it. So it was a really good price, and yeah, I just think it's so pretty. And what I really appreciate about the images are that in some ways it kind of makes me stop and be in the moment just to appreciate the beauty. So yeah, all different kind of roses. Oh, this is gorgeous. And you might be able to see that there's, like, you know, there's some rose synchronicities going on here. So I'm trying to honour the synchronicity that's been calling to me, nudging me, poking at me, because I think it does have something to tell me. This is turning suddenly out to be quite a long video, so I'm going to go into that in a separate video about my devil card update, my inner child work, and yeah, the lion and the rose synchronicities I've been experiencing. It's all coming up very soon in another video, so keep your eyes out. Anyway, so these were some of the cards anyway, and this is the guidebook. It comes with quite a big guidebook, and I've just been pulling it, pulling the cards, you know, shuffling them and letting the jumper jump, and then, you know, reading what they say. So let's go with this one. I haven't really worked out the numbering yet. So we've got RB. Oh my goodness me! Look at that. That was a coincidence, was it not? That was the one that I, you know, shuffled the book on, and it just opened on the page. That was a real weird coincidence. Oh, I like that. So we've got contemplation, meditation, knowledge, and wisdom. Rose Bagua. 8 speaks. I am at my centre. All is birthed from here. The beauty and wisdom held deep in the spin can entrance us, delight us, and pull us within. The knowledge and power gained on this path, true, lasts more than a lifetime for me and for you. So it seeks to guide you to spend time in your inner world, nourishing and inspiring yourself from that still place within. There is refreshment for the soul to be found here and a deep sense of trust in your intuition. Oh, I'm feeling really guided by this deck. This is what I'm going to be talking about in my up and coming video about my... Should I reveal it now? I will. My Devil card update, or my Devil card year update, my Dark Passenger, more about that coming soon, my inner child work that I've been working with this month and the work that's ongoing. Let's have a look here. So it is only in the stillness that the inner voice can be heard that guides your path. If this rose has called you today, she's inviting you to look at your inner world, for it is in the journey to fully knowing yourself that life feels in flow. Do you allow time for stillness? For all right action comes from that place, or do you keep yourself busy? Oh, I'm feeling really called out by this deck. Oh, I love those kind of synchronicities. I caught it on camera. I like that. I like that for prosperity. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this one, and as you can see, it really hits the spot. Let me just grab that other card because I need to keep that out because it feels really relevant. I'm going to keep that on my desk to honour it. Other decks that came into my collection, this one, the Tree of Life Oracle by David Wells. I think I mentioned previously when I was talking about the Ritual Tarot that I've been feeling really drawn to the Tree of Life, and I thought that this one might help me with that. I'm going to speak a bit more about that in the butterfly book tag coming soon, and so you've got different cards explaining about the different I don't know what these are called. I haven't really done very much exploration of this yet, so I can't really tell you. Oh, here we go, the pillars, and it tells you about the Zephyrophs. Is that what it's called? Zephyrah. And yeah, it's a whole exploration that I'm wanting to start looking into. I love the art style of this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, I'm going to be getting into that. And here we go. Love this lion. Love. Oh, I do love it. I do love it. So yes, so I'm going to be using this for that Tree of Life exploration work, which I'm going to speak more about in my butterfly book tag video, and even August intentions and decks coming very soon. Keep your eye out for that one as well. Goodness me, how many videos I'm teasing you with. Yeah, so, and I've pulled I haven't pulled a card. I've been using this more as a study deck. So when for instance I was working with the Ritual Tarot and looking into the specific cards that came up and where they lie on the Tree of Life, I went to this book and was like looking at what it told me. And the guidebook is actually really good. I mean, it's obviously, I'm not going to say it's like well, I don't know, it suits my purpose, and it's been really helpful to me. But if you know a lot about the Tree of Life, this might not be your bag. But for me, as a complete total newbie with no idea what's going on and what the Tree of Life is all about, this has been absolutely amazing for me personally. So yes, mass market deck. That was the front, that was the back. Have I got any other decks to show you? I showed you the Moon Void Tarot. I do have 2 more decks to show you actually. Oh, all right, let me just grab them, hold on. Okay, so these are the 2 other decks that I got very recently. Curious Travels Tarot deck and the Cries of the Souls Oracle. I have felt really drawn to play this one for quite a long time. Purchased them, planned to put them away for Christmas and birthday. I had actually put them away for birthday and Christmas, and then something started calling to me about these decks. So I pulled them both out. This deck has been absolutely amazing, phenomenal. It's both mass market decks. This introduced me to my Dark Passenger, which I'm going to go into more in my Devil card update, and even my Inner Child Dark Passenger journey that I'm on. So I'm going to go into that in that video, and I'm also going to go into these decks in my August intentions and decks, because I don't want to be showing you and repeating myself, because it's just, you know, it's nincompooperi, is it not? So keep a watch out for that August intentions deck video coming very, very soon. Sorry for teasing you. Anyway, so yes, that was those. Some secondhand finds. Well, obviously this beauty. I love this so much. Look at this, look at this. Look, I think it's called a caviar dish or a butter dish, but I just really like it and I love it for my crystals, and these are the crystals that are really drawing me at the minute. So we've got some smoky quartz, we've got some I want to call it oxeye, I don't know if it's called that in English. We've got some obsidian mahogany, we've got some I think it's called red calcite. We've got some rhodochrosite. Oh, goodness me. Honestly, words in English, party people. And we've even got some obsidian gold, some skeleton quartz. I think that's it. Yeah, and some clear quartz. But I love this. I think it's absolutely delicious. I feel so decadent and so luxurious having this on my desk. I know it all sounds very bizarre. Anyway, so yes, so those this I purchased second hand. I also purchased this second hand, which was a little brooch, and I wanted a rose. I wanted to honour the rose synchronicities coming through to me. Other second hand finds. Well, it's funny you should ask about that. So let's start with a new crystal that I got into my collection. Well, it's not new, it's new to me. It's it was a secondhand find. It was on my super duper secondhand charity shop online that sells all different things, but I just focus on the decks and the crystals and the nicky nacky witchy things. And look at, I don't know if you can see this sparkling, but it's like clear quartz. Can you see that sparkling? And I think it was £7.50, something like that. And the reason I think that the crystals are so cheap is that it's difficult to what's the word, to clearly state what the crystal is, I think. So on the you know, the charity shop has difficulty, what's the word, oh my goodness me, angel, my brain's gone a blank. I'll put the word on the screen. Whatever that word says, they have difficulty doing that, and so therefore you know, they kind of just sell the crystals as like decoration stones or as like knickknacks basically. But I'm like, you know, 97% sure that this is clear quartz, but it's gorgeous and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you can see and if it's picking up on the glitteriness, but I love it. I love it. So yes, that was one that I picked up from that charity shop. Other bits and pieces that I found online recently. Well, I found these beauties on eBay. This was from a seller on eBay, but they hand make things and they've got like a little shop on eBay. So I purchased this for what's the word, an oracle deck and an oracle book that I want to pop in here, and even this one which I got is actually a free gift. So I purchased that one, and then they sent me a freebie, and they were only like a couple of pounds each, or this was only a couple of pounds, and then I was sent this one as well. It was so kind. I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. So those are to be used for a tarot deck and an oracle deck, and even this one which I purchased on eBay. You know, it's got this dark witchy vibe. You know me, I'm loving my dark aesthetics. Oh hello, why is the zip not opening? This is just, you know, quite bog standard basic. It was only a couple of pounds, but I just love the look. It's so witchy. It's so witchy, yummy, scrubby. Nom nom nom. So it's going to be for a tarot or an oracle deck. And then my most recent purchase was this, which was being sold also on eBay, and it's a sniff test. This is a handmade leather bound journal, and I just saw it, and again it wasn't for very much money, and I was like, oh, I so want to get my hands on that. Now I don't tend to buy new things made out of leather or animal, you know, animal parts. But secondhand, I do feel it's kind of, you know, I just think it's okay. The animal's already, you know, it's already gone, and so I don't feel as guilty as purchasing secondhand things made of animal online, or even on the charity shop. So yes, so that's going to be used for something, and my plan is, I see quite a few people online using like beautiful leather journals, and they like want to keep it for something specifically very, very special. That's not what I'm going to do with this. I'm just going to use it. Oh my god, it smells so gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm a vegetarian, but oh, that makes me miss meat. I'm a carnivore. I'm sorry, I'm digressing. I'm going off on a tangent as usual. It makes me want to start biting into the leather. Anyway, sorry, digressing. So yes, so my plan is not to keep it for anything special, but just to get down my thoughts on the paper. And what I was going to say, which I mentioned earlier on in the video, was that I've come upon the epiphany recently, goodness me, that's a buzzword in this video, that writing on this kind of like, I don't want to say scrap, but like imperfect paper allows me to get out the things that I don't want to admit to myself and that I don't want to be written down on paper. I don't want to say out loud. And writing it on this kind of paper, for some reason, I don't know, it makes it easier. It makes me feel that the words that I'm saying don't need to be perfect. So yeah, so that's my plan. I'm just gonna, use it for my thoughts and not do anything super duper special with it, not for any specific special practice. I'm just gonna use it because that's what these journals are for. So yeah, love it, love it. I feel like we're done. Oh no, I've got one more thing to show you, haven't I? I have. Let's do an update of my other super duper journal that follows the colours of the year. Let's have a quick flick and let's see how far I've gotten with that so far this year. Let's do that. So I feel like I've been here, there and everywhere with this video, all over the show. Apologies, it's the first video back, so hopefully once I've gotten back into the swing of things will run a little smoother. Who am I kidding? I'm trying to kid you and myself, because we both know that this area, this space on the internet is not, bumpy free, is it? It's like, you get what you get in this space. Anyway, I'm going to thank you so much for spending some time with me during this squirrely video. Thank you so much for joining me, and don't forget to keep an eye out for the butterfly book tag video coming out soon, the update on my devil card year, my dark passenger, my inner child, even Sybil, the Cave of Sybil Oracle, my work with that is also going to be, I think, within the same video there, so keep your eyes peeled for that. August Texts and Intentions also coming up extremely soon. It's probably going to be following this one. Yeah, that's it, we're done. I've said all I'm going to say, apart from wishing you a lovely morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Take care, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Toodles.